Hi everybody, it's Heather from Cottontail Crafts. I'm back for another installment of what I got made last week. But first I just wanted to say that I got an email last week and it was titled The Real Jackie Snyder. So Jackie Snyder did reach out to me. She gave me her mailing address and the bag is on its way to Saskatchewan, Canada. So, Jackie Snyder, the real Jackie Snyder, is getting her zippered pouch. So, glad that that all got sorted out. Kind of still waiting to hear from the fake Jackie Snyder on where is my bag. Well, you ain't getting it. Okay, so the first thing I made was an extension of my video last week, and I got a bunch of bunny rabbits made. I had a little bit of Temu yarn left over and I wanted to use it up, and I just think these little bunny rabbits are so cute and they're so easy. It's a free pattern on Instagram, so I will post that in the description below. But I do have to glue these flowers on, so I have probably 12 bunnies set aside that are going to need all the flowers glued onto. So I got to do that. The next thing I did was a free pattern on Instagram, and I seen this on Robin's channel, Knotting Hook Crochet, a couple of weeks ago, and then I kind of forgot about them, and then I seen on, I think it's Cassie Pieces of Scrap, she did them in her last video, so it kind of made me want to make some. But they're just little otters. I made 5 of them, and these are probably going to go in my $10 bin. And these are no-sew. They're very quick and easy to do. I did have a hard time with the tail because I have big old man hands, so, but other than that, they're really quick and easy. So I made 5 little otters, and I got a bin beside me with all my makes from like the last 2 or 3 videos. So I really have to start pricing some of this stuff because I might be signing up for a market either next week or early February, because I think I want to do a market before Valentine's Day. I'm not making nothing Valentine's Day themed. I have so much Christmas and Halloween stuff left over. I don't know. Like, the holidays don't mean that much to me. And then you're stuck with it, right? So anyway, so I just got all these laid out on my table in front of me. So I've been wanting to do a unicorn for a while, and I've been in search of a unicorn pattern for a while, but I couldn't find any unicorn patterns that appealed to me, and most of them looked like it would take forever to make, mostly because of the hair, right? So I seen a unicorn pattern on Instagram, and she just released it. I applied to be the tester, but I didn't get picked. I've been applying for a lot of pattern tests. I'm still waiting to get picked, and I don't know if they just go on my Instagram page and maybe I'm not good enough at posting on Instagram. I'm trying. I'm really trying. But yeah, I've never been picked. But I seen this unicorn on Instagram. I think it's Meg's Crochet, and I will link her pattern in the description below. I'll link everything in the description below. But I seen this unicorn And I just fell in love with it and I had to have it. So you can find this on Etsy. Isn't it adorable? So this is the first one I made. And I chose gray. I chose teal eyes, and then the mane I did teal and black glitter. Now she calls for, I believe it's 6 rows of 5 loops, and you start at the horn and you do 5 loops across and you do 6 rows down. So that's the first one I made. But I wanted the mane to be different. So the second one I made, this is the second one I made. I decided to go, I gotta count here. I did 3 loops wide and I did 10 rows back. And I'll just show you the difference. And I think it looks better. I think it looks a little bit more like a mane. But that's just my preference, you know. And then the tail is just 4 loops at the bottom of the back. So I did some unicorns. And I love how they turned out. They are a little tedious. I didn't tie myself the first time. But the second time I kind of timed myself. Now just to crochet the parts took me 1 hour and 20 minutes, which I don't think is bad at all. So at 1 hour and 20 minutes I'd done all the parts, and then I sewed all the parts together, and then I was at 144. So then I started the mane, and I got the mane done at 2:26. So this took me about 2 hours, and might as well just round it up to 30 minutes. So 2.5 hours. The mane, excuse me, the mane and the tail took me about 45 minutes. Which I don't think is bad for the amount of work that goes into these. I'll probably try to get $45 for these. They are a lot of work. And where I'm buying yarn from the States and I have to pay the exchange rate and the shipping, like a ball of Parfait Chunky ends up being over $8 for me. So I'm gonna try 45, give it a couple of markets, you know, and if I don't sell one, then I know that they're a little bit overpriced. So then I was kind of in the mood to make more. So the third one I made, I kept the mane the same. I did 3 loops wide and 10 rows back, because I like the look of the mane on these ones a little bit better. So I decided to do a white unicorn. I did blue eyes, and I did a blue mane with lime green glitter, Parfait Chunky. I don't know if you can see that glitter or not, but fluffies everywhere. So I did a third unicorn. And then my husband, he's like, you should make me a black unicorn. I'm like, really? You want me to make you a black unicorn? I have a black dragon hidden in that desk right behind me, because I made him a black dragon thinking he wanted a black dragon. And now I'm thinking he's just playing with me. That he didn't even really want a black dragon. Because he loves to torment. He loves to push my buttons. I almost came downstairs and grabbed that black dragon and took it upstairs and just, how quickly you forgot about your black dragon. Now you want a black unicorn? I said, okay, how would you like this black unicorn? He's like, I want a black unicorn with a gray and white mane. So I made one. I made a black unicorn. I used glitter Parfait Chunky, and I did a white and gray mane, but I did it my way. I did dark gray, light gray, and white. Black, glitter, Parfait Chunky, and then I did bright turquoise eyes. He's not getting this black unicorn. He's getting a black dragon. And if I give him the black dragon for his birthday and then he tells me, oh, I was just joking, well, then I have it to sell at my market. But, so I made a fourth unicorn. And I love how it turned out. This one, part of me wants to put 50 on it just because the glitter yarn is a little bit more expensive and it's a little bit harder to work with. So I think I might put 50 on this one. Sometimes it just takes the right buyer for the right product. But I think it's super, super cute. Super, super cute. I love it. I love it. So go check out her Etsy. It really is a pretty easy pattern to do. I just changed up the mane a little bit. So then, AllFromJade came out with her new Dino pattern, and I bought it right away because I love her. She's like my favorite. You know she's my favorite. So I made a dinosaur. How stinking cute is he? He's pretty cute. So I used the Michaels Chenille Home Slim. And then I think this yarn that I use for the spikes is Sweet Snuggles Light. And I used pretty glittery eyes. I had like purple and different colors in it. And I love this pattern. Like, I love how it turned out. What I didn't love about this pattern was, I love that it's no sew, but I didn't love how she did the legs. So you crochet the head, you crochet, it's all one piece, you crochet down. And then you're skipping stitches to leave holes. So you have two leg holes in the front and one leg hole or tail hole in the back. So you sew the body, it leaves holes. Then you go back in and you're single crocheting in the hole stitches. And then you're crocheting the leg out, and then you're crocheting the tail out. The tail, love it, no problems. But for some reason, I didn't love the legs. And I'm not even sure why. I think it's because you're crocheting out and then you're ending the round at the tip of the leg. I just didn't like it. I didn't like that. So the second one I did, I crocheted it. I actually took a Dino pattern that I had done in the past that was no sew, that you crochet the legs, set them aside, and then you crochet the legs in. So I kind of wanted to do that with this guy. So my second dinosaur was this one. So what I did was I crocheted 6 single crochets in a magic ring, increased to 12, did single crochet in the back loop only, and then I did another round of 12, and then I did 1 single crochet decrease to end with 8 stitches on the leg. So I made 2 legs and I set them aside. Then I crocheted the body, and where it's telling you to skip your first round of stitches for the whole is where I started crocheting the legs in. So, and unless you buy the pattern and have the pattern and know what I'm talking about, this will be all Greek to you. But anyway, and on this one I actually did 2 rows of 12, and I thought his legs were just a little bit long, so that's the difference. But this one, I mean, it sits okay, but he kind of tilts a little bit forward, and this one doesn't. So I think making more dinos, I'm gonna do it her way for everything except for the front legs. I'm going to crochet the legs, set them aside, and then crochet them in. And what I do is when I get down to that round, I put stitch markers. I put 2 here, 2 here, just so I know I'm going to get the legs centered when I'm getting ready to crochet them in. And I was talking to Robin from Knotting Hook Crochet, and she bought the pattern too, and we were kind of making them at the same time. We were chatting back and forth on Instagram. So you'll have to see her take on this pattern because she ended up doing the same thing that I did. And I think we both found it a lot easier to crochet the legs, set them aside, and then crochet them in. So this is the first one I did, and this is the second one I did. And I don't know if you can see or not, but I just find like I like having the legs flat on the front. I just think it looks a little bit neater than this one, because you're crocheting out and then you're ending the round. I don't know. For me, it just, I like the look of these ones better. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I love this pattern. It's super cute. I think kids are gonna love these. And I'm gonna make more. I think it's around 1:30 Sunday. And I will be uploading this video tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna make one in acrylic, and then I'm gonna make one in Bernat blanket and try to squeeze it into this video so I can show you like all the different sizes. But these two were made with Michael's yarn. This was the first one, this was the second one. The third one I did was this one, and this is where I omitted one round on his legs, and it's more true sizing to her pattern, but I still like the look of crocheting the legs in. But isn't that yarn pretty? It's Michael's yarn. I think it's Sweet Snuggles Light. The spikes I did in Perfect Chunky, and then I did a really pretty bright blue eye on him. So this was the third one I made. Okay. Then I made another one in Sweet Snuggles Light. And don't ask me how he turned out so small, but look at the size difference. I used a 5.5 millimeter hook. These are both Sweet Snuggles Light. And look at the size. Like I must have been crocheting with a death grip or something because he turned out so small. I'm probably thinking this is the size of what they would look like in Perfect Chunky. But yeah, look at the difference. Isn't that crazy? And I chose lime green eyes. I chose lime green glitter Perfect Chunky for the spikes, but I love this yarn for the dinos. I just think it's so cool. So I think I would like to make one in acrylic, and I would like to make one in perfect chunky burlap blanket before I finish off this video. So I'm gonna say goodbye right now, and I should be back in a few minutes with hopefully 2 more dinosaurs. So we will see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I forgot that I had a custom request for a golden bug from the Richard Starry children's books, I think. I don't have kids, so I have no idea, but anyway, I don't normally do custom orders, but it's for a 3-year-old, and she said she wasn't fussy, so I looked online to see if I could find some golden bug crochet patterns, and there's not a whole lot out there. So I'm going to insert a couple of pictures of what I was able to find online, and I just had to wing it and do my own thing. But I will insert some pictures of golden bug and then come back and show you what I made. So there's not a whole lot for this golden bug online for crochet patterns. So I just kind of winged it, and I'm not good at custom orders. I don't usually take them. But she's like, it's just for my 3-year-old. It doesn't have to be fancy. So this is what I came up with. His eyes, I put a little bit too far up in the back of his head, but I showed her a picture and she seems pretty happy with it. So she also ordered 2 axolotls as well. So there's my version of the golden bug. And I hope he likes it. It's for his birthday next month. So there's Mr. Golden Bug done. So I had planned on doing another dino in the acrylic. I made one leg out of the acrylic, and I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna happen. I've been away from the acrylic for so long that I don't think I can battle through and make a dino out of acrylic. Just can't. But I did make one in burlap blanket, and he turned out so cute. So I used kind of like a yellow color for his eyes, a dark teal for the dino, and then like a honey mustard for his spikes. And he turned out so cute. So this is the Michaels, and that's the burlap blanket. So he is quite a bit bigger. These are so cute. I'm gonna make more, but I've got 5 dinos now, so I'm probably gonna stop and see if they sell well. I can't imagine them not selling well because they're so adorable. I think they'll do well. I've only ever made 3 big dinos before, and it was that free pattern on YouTube where it has like the stripes on the back of the dinosaur. I mean, I can pump this dino out in like an hour and 15 minutes, which is pretty good. So I'm thinking I'm gonna charge $25 for the one that turned out the smallest. I'll probably charge $30 for him, and I'll probably charge $40 for him. And I think those are fair prices for these. So yeah, that's what I got done this week. I did earlier take my hot glue gun and I got all my flowers glued down. So now I have a big bin on the floor and it's full. It's full of stuff that I've crocheted in the past 3 weeks. Now I have to start pricing everything. And that'll probably take a little bit of time to do. So anyway, that's what I got crocheted this week. Thanks again to Jackie Snyder for getting a hold of me. I hope you like your bag. You should get it next week, seeing that you're in Canada and everything. So yeah, I'll be back next week with more makes. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.